Hey guys, 6x Player here doing a deck profile for my Alfred Liberator. Um, this deck is really fun to play. I finished it early, so let's get started. The starter is Springrea's Messenger. You ride on top of it, it goes to the rear guard, and you can combat one and put this card in the soul when this unit boosts and attack hits. You can look at the top 3 cards and call one gold paladin as rest and put the rest to the bottom. So it's a good card because it's a good 5k boost, and it lets you search out for one of your main targets is Joseph, which is a Dindrian copy. So it's a good card. It brings out Liberators from the deck. So I run him. Next off, I run 3 of my King Liberator of Round Table Alfred. Alfred is a really good card because he can hit for big numbers by himself. Not by himself, but he can hit for big numbers, and he can let you +1 if you use his effect. So his effect is, his non-limited break effect is, on the Vanguard, you can combat 2 cards with Liberator. So you need damage with Liberators. You can combat 2, and then you can summon the top card of your deck. So it's a +1, and his limit break is, during your turn, he gets +2,000 for every rear guard with Liberator's name. So if you have a full field, he gets +10,000. So he's a really good card. Plus, unlike the old Alfred, this card can be boosted. So he can hit for, with a 10k boost, he can hit for 31. So it's a really good card. And with Ganslot, he can hit for like 41 if you play it right. So your opponent better have a perfect guard. If they don't, they're pretty much no guarding. So I run 3 of these. I don't run 4 because 4 is kind of clogs my hand. Because Liberators don't have any way to fix their hand. Next off, I run Ganslot Liberator. The Break Ride. Right on top of it, the Vanguard gets +10,000. 3 of your rear guards gets +3,000. So that's his Break Ride skill. And when he attacks the Vanguard, gets +2. So it's a 13k attacker by himself. And plus those +5 to the rear guards. It's really good. So this deck is pretty much a beater deck. You can plus a lot of cards, and then you attack for big numbers. That's how this Liberator deck works. On to the Grade 2s. I run 2 of the new cards, 3 of the new, 3 copies of Liberator Escarad. This is a better Vivian because you don't need to boost him. His effect is, combat 1 card with Liberator. When this attack hits a Vanguard, you can look at the top card and call it to the rear guard. So it's a pretty good card because you just don't have to boost him. I only run 3 because late game he can't do anything. Next off, around the 12k attackers, 4 Falon. We need a Vanguard with Liberator same. It gets +3,000 when attacks, so really good. Next I run 3 Blaster Blades. Now I run 3 Blaster Blades because, like I said, the deck can be just attacking with big numbers. You can plus cards with Escarad and Alfred, but and you can attack for big numbers. That's all the deck does, and that kind of doesn't help when you play against other clans. So what I do is when I have these 2, it depends on if you have 2 Crown Blasts. Blast Spirit's effect is when it's called to the Vanguard rear guard, you can combat 2 cards with Liberator's name and choose one of your opponent's rear guards in the front row and retire it. So it's a +1 for you because your opponent loses 1 rear guard, and this card also gives you +1. So I rather play the Crown Blast for him to kill one of the rear guards in the front row, because Alfred, you are summoning the top card of your deck by random, so you can't hurt your deck if you call a trigger. I hope that makes sense. So this is more safe option, and it's the same thing because they both give you +1. If I don't have him, then I'll just use Alfred's effect to +1. Yeah, but he is a good tech because it gives the deck more options. So I run 3 Blast Spades, and then 2 Galatins, the 10Ks. Next I run 4 Joseph. Joseph is the Dindring, but better. Joseph's effect is when called from the deck, you can Soul Blast 1 Liberator card and you have a Liberator Vanguard, you can draw a card. Now he is really good because he is 7k, unlike Dindrain, which is 6k. So he's a really good card. That's why you can run 4 of him. The problem with this deck is they don't have a Garmor or Dindrain combo, where Garmor can search for any card from the deck, grade 2 or less, and call it. So you call out Dindrain and you +1 card. They don't have it, so they have a different Garmor, which is awesome, by the way. So that's why I run this starter, because he can look at top 3, and I just look at for this card, and then you can just +1. So Liberator Joseph, 4 of these. 2 Stallions Liberator. When this unit boosts an Alfred card, you may pay the cost, Soul Blast 1, and the boosted unit gets +5,000. So it is a good... I run these over lose because I don't know, like, it's the deck becomes kind of too same. Like, it's the same thing. You attack for big numbers. But with this, I have an Alfred on the rear guard. My rear guard column can attack for 21 by itself, which the deck needs, because the rear guard columns in this deck can't do anything. Only the Vanguard attacks for big numbers. So this gives me more option on the rear guard. And also on the Vanguard, you can just attack for 31. So it's a good tech. So I run 2 Stallions. 4 Marons, because they're good. When you Vanguard with Liberator, you can this unit gets +3,000 when it attacks. So it's a good early game rush. And if you have a bad field, this helps. 4 of the new Perfect Guards. Halo Mark Liberator. Halo Liberator Mark. The new Perfect Guard is awesome. Look at this art. Onto the triggers. Pretty simple. 4 crits, Liberator. 8 crits. This is the new Epinoa Liberator critical trigger. Looks pretty awesome. And then 4 draws for Liberators. And then lastly 4 heals. That's the deck, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be posting more deck profiles soon. So I hope you guys like it. Leave a like, and see you next time. Thanks for watching.